Okay.
Do something alphabetically, maybe.
Oh, sure. So that's Ship of QDeus versus I guess 120 days is numerical. 120 days, Captain, please call the toss. Captain, are you there?
Who's our captain?
You're the captain.
Steve, Victoria, one of you guys want it? Either? Nobody?
I'll take it.
I should not. No.
But
I'll be
I don't-
captain. I will call heads.
Good. Okay. Excellent.
Okay,
Thank you,
Steve is
Steve.
captain
There you
and is calling heads. Heads it is. Would you like to go first or second?
I think we wanted first and one, right?
I think, yeah, let's go
Topics.
first.
Yeah. Yeah.
First in the first round.
I'm going to go ahead and pop this.
120 days, Captain, you're going first?
That's right.
All right. Your team order, please.
Did we decide on anything, guys? I'm going to just name something then.
I think we decided
just
nothing.
we
Okay,
didn't
I
decide.
will-
So just
I'm
whatever you feel.
comfortable. I'm comfortable absolutely wherever. These look okay for me.
Okay, Guy, I'm putting you first.
Yeah, I've got a couple I like in round one. Yep.
Okay, I'm putting myself second.
That's Steve.
Shane
That's
third.
Shane.
Victoria fourth.
Okay.
Victoria. Ship of QDeus, give me your team order, please.
We go with the same order? Should we?
Yeah, why not?
Anyone spot anything they want to? Okay, I'll go first.
Nikhil.
Yeah. Then Adam.
Adam.
Then Jonathan.
Jonathan.
And then Evan.
Evan. Let me just test the audio. Let me know if you can hear this. All right.
Yep. Audio's good.
All right. Welcome to the grand finals of the Premiership level of AQL Season 9, everyone. I think everyone's clear that you are all back for next season anyway. This is largely an academic exercise for end-of-season rankings. Nevertheless, good luck. There we go.
Good luck,
All the
everyone.
best, everyone.
Good luck, all.
Good luck, everybody.
Indeed.
Guy, your choice.
Going to try the Order of St. Augustine.
Sure. You're first. The Order of St. Augustine is a mendicant religious order of the Catholic Church, founded in 1244 by bringing together several groups who were following the rule of St. Augustine, written by Augustine of Hippo in the 5th century. This is the trailer for 2010 biopic starring Christopher Lambert of a member of the order who was born in 1822 and died in 1884, and who has a museum in Brno and an Antarctic research station named after him. Identify the man whose official title was the Right Reverend Blank 1 Johann Blank 2, OSA.
Deformed children are children of God too, Father.
I know they are the children of God. But I did not make the world this way, son.
I hope this discovery is never applied to select human beings. This discovery will help humanity in a very near future.
The Church encourages science, which emanates from God. Science is the effort man makes to be worthy of God.
Thank you for these words, Holy Father.
Time starts.
Okay, I have a guess, but I'm going to let it go because I see a couple of threes. So I'll let y'all stew, but I think I've got this.
Ten seconds.
I think this is Gregor Mendel.
Is correct. You're next. Several Roman Catholic orders, including the Augustinians, the Carmelites, the Minims, and the Capuchins, have offshoot branches known as discalced orders. These offshoot orders forego a certain everyday item in order to display their piety and simplicity. What does discalced mean?
I think I've got this. Okay, so I see Victoria, you've got a fist. So I'm just going to say shoes or
How round do you
footwear.
have
Footwear. I mean,
They
go
want to know
barefoot.
what discalced means.
What does discalced mean?
It means they go without shoes.
That's how I wanted, and not just shoes, as in barefoot
Okay.
or without shoes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
Back to the topics. Nikhil?
No movie stuff. I was thinking of going with real life inspirations, hoping that's not.
Yeah.
Recording in
could be all
progress.
Yeah? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do real life inspirations of literary characters.
Sure. You're first. In Jack Kerouac's On the Road, the character Dean Moriarty was based on Neil Cassidy, a key figure of the Beat Generation. Cassidy is also a key figure in a 1968 non-fiction account about a group called the Merry Pranksters who traveled America in a bus taking drugs. This account records the beginning and creation of the very important hippie move. This 1968 account features another key figure in 1960s American counterculture who is referred to as the Chief. Who is this? Ten seconds.
Say Leary.
Leary goes to your team.
Shit. Jonathan?
Ken Kesey?
Ken Kesey is good.
I knew Ken Kesey was a thing, but then I thought it was someone else. Sorry.
Yeah, bad luck. I was between those two as well.
Yeah.
Nikhil, you're next. Many details about this titular character were based on the author's mischievous neighbor, Max Gerlach, who made his money through illicit bootlegging, was a World War I veteran, never wore the same shirt twice, claimed to be educated at Oxford, and fostered myths about himself, including one that he was a relation to the German Kaiser. Who is this? We have left out one other giveaway thing Gerlach would do that this character also does.
Jay Gatsby.
Is correct.
Sorry about Casey. Should have just gone with my first thought.
No, all good.
Back to the topic, Steve.
I hate children, but we'll do childhood diseases.
Sure.
Least favorite patients.
You're first. This is a type of respiratory infection with a short name that is usually caused by a virus. The word comes from the early modern English verb meaning to cry hoarsely. The noun describing the disease originated in southeastern Scotland and became widespread after Edinburgh physician Francis Home published his 1765 treatise, An Inquiry into the Nature, Cause, and Cure of the blank. What is this ailment called?
I would assume this is the croup.
Is correct. You're next. This disease, also known as erythema infectiosum, got its common name because of its historic commonality of occurrence in children. Of occurrence in a list of childhood viral rash illnesses, the list being measles, scarlet fever, rubella or German measles, Duke's disease, erythema infectiosum, and roseola in the order of commonality. Caused by parvovirus B19, it has an alternate name due to its distinctive facial rash and is not to be mistaken for childhood abuse. Give us either name.
Fifth disease, if my counting is correct.
Perfectly correct. Also known as slap cheek syndrome, apparently. Back to the topics, Adam.
Yeah. Can't say I love this. Cheerio, what do you think? Let's go with
like places?
I like places that are named after other ones too. So
you like all places.
I love every single place. Yeah. Let's go places named for other places, please.
Sure. You're first. This major port on the Caribbean coast, once the main port for trade between Spain and its overseas empire, was formerly known as Blanc de Indias to distinguish it from the city in Spain after which it was named. Today, the city, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a popular tourist destination known for its well-preserved colonial architecture and vibrant Caribbean atmosphere, and is known as just Blanc. Which city whose name echoes an ancient maritime power?
Cartagena?
Is correct. You're next. Portuguese traders borrowed the Malay name Kochi, itself derived from Chinese Jiaoji, to name the southeastern part of this large peninsula. They added a suffix to prevent confusion with an important trading hub in India and came up with what 11-letter place name, now obsolete?
Shit, I got no idea here.
10 seconds.
Indo-Malaysian. Indo-Malaysian.
Goes to your team.
I can take this. This is Cochin, China.
Is correct.
Thank you.
Back to the topic, Shane.
I'll take incomplete art and cultural artifacts.
You're first. The first pope to consider rebuilding St. Peter's Basilica was Pope Nicholas V, 1447-1455. He got a new plan made but was frustrated by political problems, and when he died, little had been achieved. He had, however, ordered the demolition of which building to supply the construction material for the new basilica. By the time of his death, 2,522 cartloads of stone had been transported for use in the new building.
Um,
10 seconds.
I will go with the Circus Maximus.
I'll pass that to the team.
I think we're probably going to say the same thing, but take it, please.
Yeah, I think it's the Colosseum.
Yes.
Is correct.
I was going between those two. Yeah.
Next. Arsène Gerdertier confessed on his deathbed to the theft of the Just Judges, but never revealed its location. Therefore, in 1945, restorer Jeff van der Weken created a replica, subtly incorporating King Leopold III's likeness to indicate it was a copy, to complete which famous art installation, the photo of the stolen art is on the left and a copy on the right. Ten seconds.
Ghent altarpiece.
Is correct.
Well done.
Back to the topics, Jonathan.
All right. I'm thinking uncle-nephew pairs.
That could be good.
There's a risk. There's a risk it could be sport, but if it's sport, I've got people who have my back. All right, uncle-nephew pairs. Let's do it.
So, you're first. This German geographer from an aristocratic family discovered goldfields in California between 1862 and 68. A peak in the Rockies is named for him. And later coalfields in Shandong in China. A range of mountains in China was named for him. His scholarly works on China helped him define a concept in 1877, for which he is most remembered today. His nephew started out as a cavalryman but achieved lasting fame in a related field between 1916 and 1918. He has since found fame in pop culture. The duo shared their noble title and family name. Name the 1877 concept. Ten seconds.
The Richthofen effect.
I'll pass that to your team.
I think I've got this. I'll go for it.
Nikhil?
Yeah. So the Silk Road.
Is correct.
It is Richthofen, you're right. Yeah.
Ah, that's a shame.
The next. The uncle pioneered British Arctic exploration, rediscovering Baffin Bay and seeking the Northwest Passage. The nephew who trained under the uncle outshone him. The latter's achievements include reaching the North Magnetic Pole and leading a successful Antarctic expedition, discovering a large water body now named for him. What family name do both share? Ten seconds.
All right. I'm going to say McMurdo?
Passes to your team.
No, sorry.
Got it too. You can go for it, actually. Okay.
Who's going, please?
I'll go for it.
Nikhil?
I'll say Ross.
Ross is correct.
Sorry.
No worries.
Tough luck, Jonathan.
No, that was a bit messy.
Nah, hard luck.
Back to the topics, Victoria.
I'm nervous about clothing, but I think it might be the one that makes the most sense for me to try to tackle on my own. What do y'all think?
I think clothing.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's something perfect. It's a good category for you, so please do it.
Okay, I'll do clothing.
Clothing. You're first. English playwright Noel Coward sported this item of clothing in the 1920s, giving men the courage to come out of their shells and to disregard the shirt and tie status quo. In 1967, this item became associated with beatniks and artists. What type of clothing was popularized by the likes of Johnny Carson, Sammy Davis Jr., and Steve McQueen? Over the 1990s and the 2010s, it also became to be associated with an icon. Ten seconds.
I'm going to try bow tie.
Bow tie passes to your team.
try it.
Shane has
try.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have a guess, but I'm going to go Shane. Go for it.
Okay,
Who's going,
the
please?
turtle. Oh,
Who's going?
Shane.
Shane,
Shane.
tell me.
Turtleneck.
Oh, it's
The
the shell
turtleneck
thing.
is correct.
Ah,
what I was
nice.
So who was the icon who was in 90s and 2010s, but not 2000s?
Steve.
Yeah, it said come out of the shell, and I was thinking maybe turtleneck, but I wasn't.
Oh, I that completely. Oh well.
The next. In this sport, the jerseys that players wear are often referred to as sweaters, especially in historical or nostalgic contexts, harking back to the days when games were often played outdoors. The original uniforms were simply sweaters with the team's crest stitched on the front. However, as technology changed, so did the uniforms, and actual sweaters were discarded as they absorbed too much moisture and became heavy. Which sport?
I am
10
going to
seconds.
try ice hockey.
Is correct.
Yep.
Back to the topics. Evan.
Kind of you all to leave my three favorite topics for me.
Generous that way.
I think I'll probably go with Hunchback here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I feel good about that. Let's do Hunchback.
Sure.
Please.
You're first. This Art Deco creation was originally planned to honor Princess Isabel, daughter of Emperor Pedro II. A local movement pushing the separation of state and religion stalled the project. After money was raised in the 1920s, amidst the tide against godlessness in society, the project took off. Its inauguration was supposed to have been remotely lit using radio transmission from Rome by Marconi, but the weather played spoilsport. On which geographical formation, meaning Hunchback, does this Art Deco monument rest on? Note, we do not want the monument or creation, we need the geographical formation.
Mount Corcovado.
Is correct. You're next. An 1832 play written by Victor Hugo featured a hunchback by the name of Triboulet. The work was banned after just one performance. Undeterred, a virtuoso from another country, a couple of decades later, took up the challenge to adapt this work and have it passed by the censors. The Hunchback was given a name meaning giggle in the local language, and a classic was born. Name the classic work, the latter work, not Hugo's. Ten seconds.
Hmm.
Need an answer, please.
Right. Ernani.
Goes to the team.
Okay, go for it, Adam.
Adam
Rigoletto.
is correct.
Oh, right, okay.
Back to the topics. 120 days, you have two choices.
I mean, we want to do the words in English, right?
My only
I think
worry,
so.
my only worry with that category is that I wonder if these are more likely to be British English than anything that we would have heard in America.
I know one McGreevy festival, but
I know more than one. I know more than one, but it could be very
And
hard.
it's possible it'll be indirectly just Islamic festivals. I understand that too, but
Yeah.
my
I
thought.
mean, that's my only reservation. I'm fine with taking either, but like that, I wanted to flag that as a possibility.
Collaboratively, go for it, Steve. Pick it.
Let's do the Urdu and Hindustani words in English.
Sure. And team captain, you're free to discuss with your team for the full 40 seconds, but at the end, please say final answer and give me your answer, just to avoid crosstalk.
Our team has 4 pundits. Gurus.
Urdu and Hindustani words, correct?
Yes.
Sure. You're first. The phrase meaning everything is fine or in order originated in British India. It is thought to derive from the Hindi expression "Theek hai babu" or "It's all right, sir," used by locals addressing British officers. Through informal military slang, this evolved into which phrase?
TK. Could that be initials or whatever?
There's something about Bob's your uncle. No, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Father.
It could be Bob's your uncle because of the Babu.
I'm not sure about that, but
I mean, I'm just trying to. I'm okay with that, but thick high babu.
Tikai.
I mean, Bob's your uncle basically means it's all right, right? I mean, that's what.
Yeah,
it
I
means.
think it does.
I think so.
I'm comfortable with that, and I'm not thinking of anything that either has like TK or TH.
Right.
We're going to say Bob's your uncle.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Is incorrect. Does the other team have it?
Tickety-boo.
Tickety-boo.
Tickety-boo is correct.
Oh,
There you go.
Victoria, your suspicion was correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
you were quite right.
The next. This kind of traditional Indian woven bed is usually called a charpoy. Its alternative name gives which word to English, though that word is used for different objects in the UK and the USA.
Kind of looks like a hammock, doesn't it?
I was about to say hammock. The question is, what would be?
It wants it says it has an alternative name that gives the word to English.
So if we go to England and say hammock, does it mean something else?
That's what I'm.
Not that I'm aware of. I'm married to a dedicated hammock camper. So if it's not that, I mean, so you've got like wicker, you've got rattan, but that's not really a type of object. It's a type
those are things you make things out of, and so I don't know if it's like an
trampoline.
Need an answer, please?
I think I prefer, yeah.
Hammock seems like it would be from South Asia.
I need an answer, please.
Yeah.
Hammock.
Oh, is incorrect. This is a cot.
Oh, cot.
Okay.
From Katia. I was just trying to.
Sure. Oh well.
Back to the topics. Maghrebi festivals for Ship of QDeus.
Do this.
Yep,
We love them.
it seems so.
You're first. What word from the Arabic for season is used to describe annual regional festivals in the Maghreb, celebrating local marabouts or Sufi saints? This Arabic word, incidentally, is found in many Indian languages too, to refer to something that tends to be controlled by the seasons.
Oh, is it Kharif or Ragi. Those are the seasons. It's one of these. Kharif, I think it could be, because in India, that's like the farming seasons. But it could also be...
Okay.
Oh, it could be Ragi.
So what's the control by the season? That's like the weather,
Yeah,
I was thinking
so
like
Kharif,
monsoon or something.
or anything. Yeah.
could be monsoon.
Yeah, I was worried
but
about monsoon.
I feel like it's
But-
Kharif, actually.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't really have an
I'm
answer.
extremely not a linguist.
I'm happy to bow to you on this, Nikhil.
Okay, we will go with Kharif.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
You should have listened to your team.
It is monsoon.
Oh, was it monsoon?
Oh, monsoon! Oh, shit.
Monsoon.
I'm so sorry.
Fine.
I should have thought of that.
That's all right.
That's okay.
No, that's the Indian
no,
word
don't worry.
for monsoon, for season as well. Oh, shit.
You're next.
Shit.
A popular mausoleum that also finds a place in the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List is the Tabourida of Morocco, in which horse riders charge and shoot old-fashioned rifles and muskets into the sky in a coordinated manner. By what name is Tabourida known in Europe and the Western world? One that it shares with an influential Disney film.
How could the Disney film be?
An influential Disney film.
Rita.
Dumbo. Everyone loves Dumbo.
Yeah.
There are so many, but yeah, we need something that's plausibly.
Yeah, it's not 101 Dalmatians. It's not
Burida. Burida.
Burida. I don't know.
Bambi.
That's Pixar, isn't it? Bambi.
I'd say go with Bambi. Bambi makes
Yeah,
sense.
Okay. I don't really know, to be honest.
I can't think of anything else that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll say Bambi.
Nothing.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Is incorrect. This
Fantasia.
is a Fantasia.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
very good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rescuers.
Right,
That
well,
makes
that was
a lot more sense.
that was a horror show.
Yeah, sorry. Mossum was definitely gettable.
I think we might have guessed Fantasia, so but oh well.
I would have gotten Fantasia.
Yeah, I've heard of the term used like that. So,
Oh.
all right, it's all.
Sodor, left or right?
Which do you like better? I feel.
I lean left, but
I
like,
lean left too.
Yeah, left, I think.
I feel like the uncle-nephew pairs can be very hard, and I feel like both of those last two categories were hard. So that, to me,
Yeah,
that's
though oddly, I would have gotten both for the uncle pairs, but I'm let's do the left side. We'll do the left-hand column.
You're first. Which word, meaning lacking stability or firmness, originates from an affliction that mainly affects children? It is rarer today, but was widespread in the past, especially during the Industrial Revolution.
rickety.
I think they have rickety as in rickets.
No.
I can't think. I mean, that feels exactly right. So I don't know
No,
that there's.
that's what it is. So our answer is rickety.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I'm once again asking team captains to please say
Yeah,
final answer.
sorry.
Thinking about
I
that.
forgot that before.
You're next. The protagonist of Carl Sagan's novel Contact is the astronomer Ellie Arroway. Her first name, Ellie is a shortened form, is the first name of a personal hero of Carl Sagan's wife, Anne Druyan, famous among other things for a leading role in designing the text and gaining international support for the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Her last name, Arroway, is homophonic with the real name of a writer, philosopher, satirist, and historian from the Enlightenment. Which two persons from history inspired the naming of Ellie Arroway? We need two names.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
So and
Yes,
Voltaire.
the other one is
Oh,
Voltaire.
Arroway. Yes, Voltaire.
Yeah, Voltaire.
Yeah.
Arroway. So it's Voltaire. Our final answer, the first one's Eleanor Roosevelt, and the second one is Voltaire.
Correct. Your last of the half. The 2024-25 New York Knicks, currently up 3-2 in the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals at the time of writing this question, have looked like a strong team all season. However, some fans have jokingly noted that their chances of winning the NBA title have increased sharply ever since May 8th of this year. Their perceived improvement in fortune has been put down to the presence of players Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges, all of whom studied at the same university in southeast Pennsylvania. What university did these three players attend? What is the speculated reason for the Knicks' recent upturn in fortune? We need both parts.
Well, it's,
Villanova, and I assume it's an Augustinian
yes,
university.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah,
our
you would
final
know.
answer,
Played there. And Pope Leo went there for mathematical degree, and yeah.
Our final answer is Villanova University, which is the alma mater of Pope Leo the 14th.
Perfect.
No,
Bob
step away.
Prepa.
I'll be right back.
All right, Ship of QDeus, you have mystery bag, right? You're first.
Go.
Masaccio's Pisa altarpiece, painted in 1426, a groundbreaking Renaissance work, was dismantled in the 17th century, with panels scattered across Europe and the US. Though physically separated, digital reconstructions and curated exhibitions have helped reunite its narrative. Art historians were able to do this as they had what detailed descriptive reference point from 1550 AD?
Is this
It's not like Vasari's Lives of the Artists.
My thought was it would be
It has to
Vasari.
be
The
that.
only other concern is that it could be in the background of something else. However, detailed and descriptive
Yeah.
seems like it would be
Yeah, it's not
Vasari.
gonna be.
much more of a
I
Vasari
think
thing.
1550 is good for
Yep,
Vasari.
yep. I think let's go for it.
Yeah, I feel like it's Vasari's Lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vasari's Lives of the Artists. We're good with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So final answer is Vasari's Lives of the Artists.
Is correct. You're next. What is the name for this crouched position adopted while riding a surf?
Must be Quasimodo. This must be the Hunchback.
Oh yes, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to think there's not many there's not too much surfing in Urdu.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I feel like
If that's a surfing thing, then yeah, let's go with
I
it.
feel like I've heard of it. Yeah. Okay. Final answer, Quasimodo.
Is correct.
Wait, well done.
Your last of the half. Which Thai province, renamed in 1915 by King Rama VI to mean City of Good People, reflects admiration for an Indian port and trade hub and even features a Tapi River, further echoing Indian influence. Formerly called Bandon, meaning village on higher ground, it serves as the main gateway for travelers heading to Koh Samui.
I think my sister lives there at the moment.
Something Pura. No.
It could be.
It could be Kanchanburi, which is the one where the. But that should be gold.
So we need to get an Indian place.
I think it'll be something ending in Buri. Okay.
Okay, good. Well, then Kanchanburi is the.
But that's the other one. This is an Indian port and trade hub, and even featured for.
Notanburi.
Where is the Tapi River? Do we know this? Is that helping?
Centers of port. It could be Mumbai.
Phuket, so it's southern.
So we need the name of the Thai province. So we need to go now.
Okay.
Any answer, please?
Final answer, Kanchanburi.
Is incorrect.
Yeah,
is
Suratani.
Oh shit, Suratani. Surat is I was thinking Gujarat. Yeah, sorry.
That's a tough one.
No, don't worry.
All right. Would you like a 2-minute break or should we move straight on? Is everyone back? Is Victoria back?
Yeah,
I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm here for whenever.
I guess let's keep going.
All right, so. Packet 2, Nikhil, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay.
All on the board.
I'm tempted to go for named for capital cities because it just seems like a little more limited. But there's whosampled.com superlatives. Sure. Yeah, you know what? That's
the one I'd have guessed that you'd have gone for.
Let's go for that. I mean, it could go horribly wrong, but yeah, we'll go for whosampled.com superlatives.
Sure. You're first. According to whosample.com, the list of 10 most covered artists of all time is topped by the Beatles, whose songs have been covered over 10,000 times. Who is the only other musical group, as opposed to individual artists such as Elvis Presley or Frank Sinatra, that makes the top 10? They have been covered 1,520 times ever since they made their debut in 1972. Ten seconds.
Let's go with ABBA.
Nicely done.
Good answer.
First time I've seen this question answered. You're next. Who is the only artist to make whosample.com's list of top 10 most sampled at number 7 with 2,528 samples to date, and top 10 most covered, also at number 7 with 1,683 covers to date artists? This artist's songs have been covered by, among many others, Broadway star Miles Frost and guitarist Adam Rafferty, and has been sampled by everyone from Nas to Rihanna to The Weeknd to Kendrick Lamar. 10 seconds.
Same, Michael Jackson.
2 and 2.
Nice.
Jesus. I think Miles Frost is the guy who acted as Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Way to dig that
Yeah.
out. Thank you.
Well done.
That's captain shit right there.
Back to the topics, Guy.
All right. I don't know much about David Hockney, but I know little about most of these other things. So I'm just going to the work of David Hockney and hope it goes somewhere better than David Hockney.
Sure. You're first. This is Hockney's biggest splash. Hockney delighted in taking weeks to carefully paint the heavily worked spray using small brushes, freezing this dramatic detail in time, an event which had only lasted a short moment. The square format, 96 inches square, and unpainted border is meant to evoke what object, 3.1 by 3.1 inches, that also captures fleeting moments?
Okay, I have an idea. I will give it a little time.
Ten seconds.
Okay, I think it's a Polaroid.
Is correct. You're next. Hockney came out as gay when he was 23 and painting We Two Boys Together Clinging in 1961 while studying at the Royal College of Art in London. Britain decriminalized homosexual acts only 7 years later. This painting is named after a poem by which poet in another nation who wrote eloquently about gay love without explicitly coming out in the previous century? So you have about 15 seconds.
O'Hara. O'Hara?
I'll have to pass that to your team.
What?
Victoria, go for it. I have a guess, but I'll trust you.
Victoria?
Let's try Whitman.
Is correct.
I thought that was about Frank O'Hara.
O'Hara is not going to be 19th century.
Previous century.
It was a previous century poet. I figured
It's the 20th century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I meant a century previous to Hockney.
It is, yeah. It's about a century previous to the painting.
Anyway, sorry. Whatever.
Adam?
Oh, I'm tempted by a couple things. I mean, capital city is always fun. Currency is always a blast. But the Arctic, how do we feel about the Arctic?
It's not fun, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I feel I gotta make a soft
Capital cities would no? Okay.
Yeah, if you guys feel more comfortable, back me up.
No, whichever is comfortable. We need the points. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, I'd like to go with the Arctic, please.
The Arctic. You're first. The blank people were the ancestors of all modern Inuit. They are named after the old name of Kanak, Greenland, where the first archaeological remains were found. The old name, in turn, appears in Polybius' The Histories, where the Greek explorer Pytheas is cited as having been sent to scout the limits of northern Europe and encountered an almost legendary, inaccessible land at the edge of human knowledge, where there was no longer any proper land, nor sea, nor air. Fill in the blank.
Thule, Thule.
Is correct.
Ultima Thule.
You're next. The sea is a body of water in the Arctic Ocean between Canada and Greenland. It was named during Adolphus W. Greely's 1881-84 Arctic expedition after the then United States Secretary of War, whose middle name is the same as his mother's and last name is his father's. Name the sea. Ten seconds.
Let's go with Wheeler.
Wheeler goes to your team.
Evan.
Evan.
So I'll say Lincoln.
Lincoln is correct. After Robert Todd.
Robert Todd Lincoln. Yeah.
Very good.
Very nice.
Back to the topic, Steve.
Let's do the Nazi scientists. Let's go for it.
Scientists associated with the Nazis.
Yeah. I mean, they may not have been Nazis. They may have not liked them.
You're first. Eugen Fischer was a German professor of medicine, anthropology, and eugenics. He directed the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute from 1927 to 42 and was appointed rector of the University of Berlin by Hitler in 1933, later joining the Nazi Party. Along with Karl Sahler, he developed the Fischer-Sahler scale, which is still used in anthropology and medicine to classify what?
You guys seem to really know this. Okay. I'm going to say growth, like a growth curve.
Growth curve goes to your team.
Shane.
Hair color.
Hair color is good.
Oh.
You're next. This Nobel Prize-winning physicist advanced the study of cathode rays and the photoelectric effect. Despite his scientific achievements, he promoted Nazi ideology and Deutsche Physik, a new physics untainted with work from Jewish scientists. He opposed Albert Einstein, dismissing his theories as Jewish physics, and became a key figure in politicizing German science during the Nazi era. Who?
Philippe Leonard.
Is correct. Back to the topics. Jonathan?
All right. Maybe it's time for name for capital cities.
Could be fun.
Yeah, give it a go.
I think I like that more than any of the others. Name for capital cities, please.
Sure. You're first. Founded in 1923 in Baltimore, Maryland, contrary to what its name indicates, this clothing company appears as a client of Sterling Cooper in the season 3 premiere of Mad Men. A year later, in August 2010, Mad Men cast member Christina Hendricks was contracted as the new celebrity model for which real-life company?
I'm purely going by Mad Men knowledge because I think it was called London Fog.
The umbrellas, correct.
They like those coats too.
You're next. What is the name for a canopy, often a decorative architectural structure, typically placed over an altar, throne, or other important location? It gets its name from a type of drapery named for an Asian capital. The most famous example is Bernini's Blank in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. In the Bernini creation, the bronze is worked such that it looks like the drapery mentioned. Large picture of it. Ten seconds.
Fidela?
Fidela goes to your team.
Evan.
Evan?
I think this is a baldachin.
Oh, yeah.
Is correct.
Yeah, very good.
Apparently from the medieval Latin.
That's where it's from.
That's why I was trying to backwards, like, where did they get baldacchino?
Yeah, I know. That was my problem, too. It's like, yeah.
Back to the topic. Shane?
A couple I like. I might leave one for Victoria.
I think take whatever you like because there's no guarantee that anything you leave.
Yeah, right. I'll take currencies.
Currencies. You're first. In 1922, as a national currency was being widely discussed, Vaclovas Vaidotas, Secretary of the Economic Commission, noticed that in foreign languages, the name of his country always started with the same 3 letters. So he simply suffixed AS to those 3 letters and came up with what name? This currency was replaced by the euro on 1st January 2015.
Litus.
Is correct. You're next. The Dutch Leyenthaler, first minted in 1575, was widely used across Europe, the Ottoman Empire, and the Americas. It was trusted for its consistent weight and purity, making it a reliable trade coin. The image of a lion, a heraldic symbol of strength on it, was respected and recognizable, encouraging imitation, leading to the name of at least 3 current national currencies. Name any of these 3 currencies. You need a country and currency pair. Any one of 3 will do.
US dollar
goes to the team.
Victoria.
Victoria? Victoria, what was that?
Turkish lira.
Turkish lira goes to the other team.
Okay, go for it, Evan.
Evan?
So the Romanian lev.
Yeah.
Is an acceptable answer.
The 3 Lev, Lek.
Bulgarian levs.
No.
Yeah. So.
Oh, not Lek. Okay, nice.
No, Lex from. I won't say.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Back to the topics, Evan.
Interesting.
Hmm. What are you liking?
I don't really care for brands.
Fan-fiction could be fun, I guess. Or
I'm thinking fan fiction is probably the play here.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I am a real degenerate, so let's go with fan fiction, please.
Let's try it.
Fan fiction. You're first. Manacled is a popular fan fiction by Senlin Yu, a Dramion story inspired by The Handmaid's Tale, which explores themes of heroism, memory, and wartime ethics. It has been translated into multiple languages and reimagined as a novel called Alchemized. Identify the 2 characters it is based on. The story is set in an alternate universe where the antagonist wins, the hero dies, and the resistance is nearly wiped out, except for the female protagonist. Again, we need 2 names here.
Genuinely 100% the worst thing I've ever read is Draco Malfoy and Hermione Granger.
Oh!
It's horrendous.
Very good.
Yeah, next. After is a 2014 young adult romance novel written by American author Anna Todd under her Wattpad name Imaginator 1D and published by Gallery Books, an imprint of Simon & Schuster. After is the first installment of the After novel series. It was also made into a 2019 movie. The book is based on the music and fandom of which group?
Yeah, One Direction.
Is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, that Wattpad name doing a lot of work there.
Man, I really wanted that category. I do not like any of these. Okay, what do we feel most comfortable with me taking by myself?
Depends on your golf comfort level, because it's probably going to be like this food indicates this person from this country, so do you know this person from this country? Right. Brand trip is obviously very broad.
Which I'm not, it's not a great category for me. Horse breeds, I know some stuff, not a ton. It might be the best play, though.
Yeah, brand sounds like a figure amount to me. I don't know.
It also tends to be tough in this league, and horse breeds, I think, might tend to be a little bit more general knowledge. I think probably that's the way I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do horse breeds.
So,
I'll pretend I'm a horse girl.
You're first. The Maktoum family's thoroughbred horse racing stable is named after one of the stallions that founded the modern thoroughbred. The family's breeding operation is named in honor of another of the 3 original thoroughbred stallions. Name the stable or the breeding operation. Much of the news as the 2025 Kentucky Derby winner Sovereignty is from this stable. The House of Maktoum is the ruling royal family in Dubai.
This was not the good play. I'll try Big Red.
Big Red goes to your team.
Shane has 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Shane. Let's do that.
I'll go with
Shane?
Godolphin.
Godolphin is an acceptable answer. The other being Dali Racing.
Shit. Hoping for Godolphin.
Victoria, you're next. The Mars family's favorite horse was bred in a thoroughbred farm owned by the family. The horse and the farm are names of iconic confectionery brands. Name both.
Farm. Okay.
Ten seconds.
Snickers and Milky Way.
Nicely done.
Oh,
Nice.
Very good.
I got excited because
I did not know the other.
and like, oh, they want both, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Like
I think
I knew.
Back to the topics. Ship of QDeus. You have brand trivia or Augusta champion.
I know I never say pick food and drink, but
Yeah.
I think we want to leave them with the brands.
yeah, I got nothing on Augusta.
I just think, I don't know. I think we know enough to be able to talk through Augusta, but I
think we'll be better at Augusta.
I was going to take that for the previous one, and now I want to talk through it. So
Yeah,
brand trivia,
exactly.
I just think can
go wrong.
completely.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a whole lot of brands out there,
Yeah.
and only a certain number of Augusta winners.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go with Augusta Champions Dinners, please.
Yes.
You're first. The year 1986 was the first time that players were invited to personalize the US Masters Champions dinner menu. So this 1985 winner chose Wiener Schnitzel, breaded veal, and Black Forest cake. When he won his second green jacket in 1993, he stuck with the cake, but switched to turkey and dressing for the entree. Which champion? The dinner is hosted by the champion in the following year.
Is it Langer?
This must be Bernhard Langer. Like,
Did he become American later?
Well, I mean, I just think, like, they often change it up as well when they change the menus. But I think the guy who is going to serve
Were there any other good
Black Forest Gatto and
no, there have been no good German golfers.
That's
and even less
and
good.
I think he has won twice as well.
Yeah.
And he was like the best golfer in '85. So
two master champions.
Okay.
Let's not be silly.
Let's go with
This is Bernhard
Yeah.
Langer.
Final answer, Langer.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and he lives in Boca Raton now, so he's probably a lot in Turkey.
You're next. This player's paternal grandparents immigrated from Italy and changed their last name from Coppola, so this 1992 champion paid homage to his Italian roots by serving chicken cacciatore with spaghetti on the side. Which player?
92. Couples. Fred Couples.
Oh, yes.
That's it.
Couples.
Yeah, brilliant.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was
I
thinking
like
Mark
Nice work.
Vecchia, and I'm like, why would they change
Yeah.
that? Yeah, let's go with Fred Couples.
Yeah,
then.
Couples is great.
That feels exactly right.
Beautiful.
Okay. Final answer, Couples.
Is correct.
Huge.
Nice.
And you were saying you didn't know anything about golf.
Random names.
All right, 120 days, you get brand trivia. Here's the first. Shown here is Gertrude the Kangaroo, the logo of pocketbooks. What brand did a rival publishing house led by Ian and Betty Valentine, among others, start in 1945 when it wanted to fight pocketbooks and others in the business and disrupt the publishing pecking order?
Pecking order, so it could be something like Penguin Valentine, though. I know I've heard that name.
Yeah, so it's not like I don't think it's Puffin or I mean Puffin. Does Puffin do like the little books? Like I mean,
yeah,
Penguin
Dude,
or Puffin? I don't know if they're
like Bantam brings to
I
mind
think,
the
I
pecking.
like Bantam. Oh, Bantam is good.
I don't know their. Right, that's what made me think of it, but I don't know their
because
history.
I mean, penguins don't peck. Penguins aren't peckers, but like a bantam.
I like it with fight. It's the only word that's in quotes.
Yeah, let's guys.
like
You're okay with that?
Yeah,
and also a bantam can be a chicken, so that could be pecking.
Yeah.
Yes, I like this.
Yeah, so bantam. Final answer.
Is correct. The next. Which brand is protected by a 1924 design trademark for foiled wrapped conical configuration with plume? The plume, intended to resemble the special type of bird feather worn on a hat, is called a niggy wiggy, I guess, and often carries special messages like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, etc.
This is going to be Hershey's.
think it's a Hershey's Kiss, right?
That's what it brings to my mind. Yeah.
It's got the little plume at the top.
It has messages. I mean,
okay, but let's make sure we're not. We got 30 seconds. Let's make sure that we're not like.
Right. So, special type of bird flare hat. The N-word wiggy. I can't believe they said that. Often carries special messages like Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday. I mean, it does have like different seasonal things, like for Valentine. I mean,
yeah.
It's a foil wrapped cone with it. Our final answer is a Hershey's Kiss.
Is correct. All right. Things are about as tight as can be. Ship of QDeus.
All right, big choice here.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is not an easy choice.
It isn't. But you guys are pretty good with the stuff on the left, no? Or is it?
The stuff on the left.
Sampled scares me, but
yeah,
it does. A fanfic might be okay. Brand trivia could be anything. Arctic, Hockney, I'm okay with. The thing is, everything on the right is good. I just don't like the horses.
Yeah, but that wasn't so bad, right? What was it? It was Godolphin and.
I think we maybe knew both the horses collectively.
Yeah, maybe we just go with the right and just back ourselves.
Yeah,
okay.
Because we're good on currencies. We're probably okay on scientists. We were good on Augusta.
Yeah, I think there are more traps on the left, but.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we need to.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
We'll go with the right.
Let's go right.
Mystery bag right. You're first. These horses are bred at two stud farms in the village of Lambaran in the Barda region and in Agstafa, both in Azerbaijan. Private stud farms exist in line with state enterprises. Name this black garden variety of horse. It is the national animal of Azerbaijan and the official symbol of the Agdam and Shaki districts. The horse, of great cultural importance to the people of Azerbaijan, appears in literature and on postage stamps.
Is this the Akal Teke?
Well, I think that's Turkmen.
Oh, that's in Turkmenistan.
Okay.
Yeah, but so black is going to be like Kara.
Is it like
right?
Karabakh? No. Karabakh could be black garden because Bagh is garden in Hindi.
There's a football club called Karabakh in
Oh yeah, that's the Azeri team.
Right.
Like Nagorno-Karabakh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Qarabag.
I don't actually know what the word for garden is, but it's
Bagh in Hindi. It's in Urdu.
Oh, in that case, okay, we're coming at this in series. I think we have to go with Karabakh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Final answer, Karabakh.
Well worked out.
Hey, very nice.
Nicely done, team. So that's where the football team gets its name. Good to know.
You're next. In 2010, which US Masters champion, the only winner in 2009 from his country, located in the southern hemisphere, served up a barbecue complete with chorizo, short ribs, beef fillets, molejas or sweetbreads, and blood sausages for the US Masters champions dinner? He is affectionately called El Pato, or the duck, for his waddling gait, which is no doubt caused by all those fillets and sausages.
Cabrera from
Argentina? I was going to say
Who's
Cabrera. He's Argentinian, right? El Pato is a big Argentine thing.
So what did you say the name was?
Angel Cabrera.
Angel Cabrera. He's not Spanish, right? No.
I think he's Argentine.
No, he's from Argentina.
Okay.
I wrote an Argentine
This definitely sounds, El Pato would definitely be.
Everything here sounds Argentine, like Argentine barbecue.
Okay.
And he's a big guy as well.
Okay, let's do this.
I can imagine him
I'm pretty
waddling
sure
along.
Yeah. Okay. Final answer, Cabrera.
Is correct.
Nicely done.
Your last of the day. The tikal, a unit of mass or weight in the colloquial sense, used in trade and precious metal transactions in Southeast Asia, dates back to early regional kingdoms and cross-border commerce. Though modern metric systems are widely used today, the tikal still holds cultural and economic importance, especially in jewelry and bullion trading. What is this unit called in Myanmar and Thailand? We need two answers.
Is this the currencies? Is it just kyat and baht?
What are the baht and
kyat? I think
kyat. Yeah, KYAT.
Okay.
It could also be named after a capital city.
Oh,
true.
Oh,
Naypyidaw and isn't going to be named after anything.
No, it could be named after like Delhi unit or something like that. Oh shit.
Yeah, but it's two answers otherwise. Yeah, so baht and chat or KYAT are the currency.
I think we probably just have to go for the two
I think it's more sensible to go for the two currencies.
So kyat and baht, right?
Yeah, those are the two currencies.
Okay. Okay, we'll go with kyat and baht.
Other way around. Yeah.
I'll give it to you. It is indeed baht India.
Yeah.
So just the currencies.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Sodor.
All right,
You have
guys.
mystery bag left. You're first. WhoSapple.com's list of 10 most remixed artists has some familiar names on it. Moby, Madonna, David Guetta, Armin van Buuren, and so on. However, the list is topped by a band which made their debut in 1977 and whose songs, including Everything Counts, Master and Servant, People Are People, and World in My Eyes, have been remixed a total of 530 times to date. Name the band.
Depeche Mode, right?
Depeche Mode.
It
Yep.
is
Depeche Mode.
100%.
Depeche Mode.
Yeah. Final answer is Depeche Mode.
Yes, correct.
I was like, everything counts in small
Very,
amounts.
very straightforward.
Large amounts.
You're next.
That
One of David Hockney's best-selling works is the simple badge he designed in 2007, though most people who bought it probably have no idea that it is a Hockney work. What decision by the UK government, beg your pardon, prompted Hockney to make this badge?
into bossiness soon.
2007.
Could it be an anagram? Because it seems it's weird language, right? It feels like an anagram.
But also the bossiness. I'm just trying to. God damn, too many Yuki questions. Nothing about because Blair was going from Blair to Brown around then, so I don't know if it has anything to do with like the involvement in the Gulf War, like anything Israel, like Israel the investment,
Need an answer, please.
With the Iraq War, but I don't know.
Our final answer is British troops involved in Middle Eastern wars.
It's incorrect. This is
the smoking ban?
The smoking ban.
Oh, okay, bossiness, right? Nice.
Your last of the day. The blank principle is a principle in international law that asserts that lines of longitude should determine territorial claims in the polar regions. It was first proposed in 1907 by Canadian Senator Pascal Poirier. He was delivering a speech in support of his own motion, which sought to claim possession on Canada's behalf. What word familiar to us, among other things, high school geometry, fills in the blank?
Print, sign.
It almost looks like a pie chart is almost what it looks like.
What's the category?
It's the Arctic. The Arctic.
Okay.
This is the Antarctic, but still, yeah.
Parallel. It could be parallel because it could be the parallel.
Like parallel postulate or something like that.
Yeah.
Because lines go into infinity. Anyone else with anything?
Nope.
I don't have anything. No.
The parallel. The final answer is parallel principle.
Is incorrect.
Didn't sound right.
Compass or sector?
The sector principle. The sector.
No chance.
Wow.
Good game.
Right, that's okay.
Excellent stuff. Wow, that was, I think we picked well in the end, in the last one. Because
I think you picked very well.
Yeah, I definitely would have had on the right side.
I think you guys have in the I think if we had the pick in the chart there, we would have gone to the right hand side also.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for most of the things,
I mean, the bags there were just about maximizing the odds of you getting something wrong rather than the odds of us getting three right. I think.
Well, I guess the Liu leg thing was crucial.
I just knew we had to get the horse.
Yeah.
Minefield detection.
Yeah, exactly. That's proper
Thanks,
final.
guys.
Thanks a bunch, Movin, for everything.